Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. So I'm starting this week's pantry challenge with this. I don't have much to show for last week. I've said it earlier. I've been sick. I was unable to do a lot of stuff, so I'm not gonna continue on this subject anymore. We're done with sickness. I'm back on my feet. So I will tell you a little bit of what we ate. I might have a few clips here and there, so I'll show them, but I did not film most of it. We ate a lot of freezer meals. I had a lot of different types of pastas that were in the freezer. I'm glad to say we really just ate what was in the freezer. We ate a lot. We ate a lot of soup, of stews, of chili from what was canned. I did cook a few snacks, a few banana breads and stuff like that for lunches and snacks. But like I said in the end of my last video, we were really getting really out of fresh stuff. I mean, it's the point, isn't it? But if you're new around here, last year was my first official year with a big garden and canning, and I was introduced to all this stuff for the first time. So even though I'm really glad about what I did and everything, we don't have that much of a variety in the pantry. And like I said, I'm not willing to put my kids' health on... So we're really starting to run out of fruits and veggies and stuff like that. The ones I have, I've been cooking them a lot, like in whatever, in a lot of recipes. Allez. Venez vous chercher une assiette. And all these have been great, but it's not like eating real fresh fruits and vegetables. So what I've decided, today we're February 1st. Last night I went to the grocery store and made a little, I think it's a little shopping trip. So I decided to give myself a small budget for the month of February to start again, to like reset a little bit our just our fridge with some more fresh stuff, because like I said, I'm not willing to jeopardize my kids' health for to prove something on YouTube, honestly. Not that going a few weeks without fresh veggies would be like so detrimental, but it's important to me to give good food for my kids, so we gotta do what we gotta do. So I went to the grocery store and gave myself a budget of around $100 to buy specific stuff. So I bought a lot of fruits and veggies. I bought grapes, 2 bags of grapes, apples, different types of apples, oranges, carrots, because I still had carrots but not that much, bell peppers. I bought some cheese, some cereals, and bananas, and you know, just some veggies and fruits and veggies. So it cost me $125. I bought kombucha too. Now that the month is over, my no spend month is gone, but I still want to remain on the low side of the spending. But I did want to buy a kombucha kit. I did try to make some kombucha before with some more like homemade from scratch videos I found, but I failed. Most likely that I failed, but I decided to give myself the chance to do it properly and bought a whole kit. So I'm wishing I won't need to buy any more kombucha after that. So $125. This is supposed to last for the month. So I'm really happy about that because $125 is really not that much for a month for 7 people. Now, that being said, I'm still struggling with the cereal issue. Not that eating cereal is that big of a deal, but I said earlier that I really want to lower the sugar input that they have, especially in the morning. I don't think it's a really good breakfast. So I like to serve them other things with cereals, but they really like their cereals, and I could just say no. I know, I'm the parent, but we choose our battles. But what I did is I bought 3 boxes of Cheerios. I bought the one they like, some multi-grain ones and some sugar-free ones, whatever. So I just opened these boxes and put them in some other container to mix them all together to reduce the sugar aspect of it. I'm thinking if I do that each time, it's gonna be a lot better, and eventually when they're used to that, I can add a 4th box and continue mixing these together. I know this is not a health channel, but it's something important to me to try to change a little bit. So after a month of doing this challenge, I'm really glad about what we ate and how I managed to continue to start baking my bread almost daily. This is why today, with the cheese I bought yesterday and the bread, they are eating grilled cheese along with a few fruits and vegetables by the side. So I'm really happy because now I know my recipe like that. I don't have to look at it anymore, and it's really simple to me to just put the bread routine in my very busy routine. I'd like to make another freezer and the fridge and pantry tour for the month, but today my husband is working and everything is in his office, so I won't do a tour in this video, at least not right now. If I manage to find a few minutes to not disturb him to do that, I will, so we can see. I think it's interesting to see how much we ate. I think the huge difference is really in the freezer, which I'm glad about because this is more perishable stuff. We've been through some stuff that I was like, is this good? I don't remember. Some stuff were not really good, some stuff were fine, some stuff were excellent, so glad about that. So we'll continue this video with the next meal, which will be tonight. We're gonna eat some steaks with some rice and veggies. Hi again. Turns out yesterday I completely forgot we had like a really busy schedule in the afternoon and during the evening, so I just ended up taking out a pot of chili with I like to mix my salsa in it because when I canned my chili I lost a lot of liquid. So tonight I'm gonna cook some steak. I just unfroze 4 steaks with veggies, and I have this little idea in my head of baked potatoes in the air fryer, but like slightly sliced. I'm gonna show you what I want to do. I think for this video I won't do a lot of voiceovers. I will show you what I think is worthy of being shown. like for dinner today, we had some cans of Chef Boyardee. I mean, my kids never ate that in their whole life. I had that in the garage. I was craving for that for some reason. I didn't eat that for like 15 years. And I'm glad to say that I loved that when I was a kid. I still like it. I'm the kind of person that likes almost everything. I like hospital food. So I'm not really a picky eater, but my kids did not like it very much. So a part of me was like, a convenience that they didn't like, but it's some highly processed foods that my kid didn't like. So today I received a package from Révolution Fermentation. This is a really popular shop, online shop, and in my area, and so I ordered from them. I told you, for me it was yesterday, but for you it was a few minutes ago that I ordered some stuff to a kit to make my own kombucha. I ordered it 2 days ago, so it was a really quick delivery. So it's a bilingual site, so if you want to go on it and check it out, you can put it in English and understand. So homemade kombucha in 15 minutes, complete kit to brew your own kombucha. There is a 1 gallon glass jar, 1 lid, cotton fabric with rubber, visual aid, organic tea, user manual, and kombucha SCOBY. But I did order the whole package. So yeah, I could order in the package book too, Révolution Kombucha, which is also, I'm pretty sure, available in English too. I have a lot of those of their books. This is not sponsored, by the way. But I do really like their service, and everything I ordered from them was really nice stuff, and their books are amazing too. So I have my jar, I have everything in there. It's pretty intimidating, but I'm pretty sure I will find everything I need here. But it is 4:06. I want my dinner to be ready for 5. My kitchen is a complete mess. This looks a little bit like a mess, but if I turn you guys around, you would see the complete mess of my kitchen. I won't turn you around. I know there are some pretty judgy people out there. Not that I care, but whatever. I will start by cleaning my kitchen island here and at least start my potatoes. That's the most important part. I think it's around 45 minutes of cook time. So I have this fantasy. I don't know where I saw that. I think I actually saw that in a cookbook, but it was not potatoes. But I did cut these guys, you know, like all thin slices, but not all the way. So I'd like to open this a little bit, put some oil and some flavor and some spices, and put that in the air fryer to hope that these will cook and become crispy. So we will try that. We'll see if it's a fail or a win. I'll put that in the air fryer, and I think I'm gonna cover them with aluminum foil for a while so they can cook before they get crispy. So I have this bacon olive oil that I received from for Christmas. I will try with that. I think I'll do it like that. For seasoning, I have this, it's called Sel Flavacol. It's to season popcorn, but the kids wanted that, so it's salt, natural flavors and artificial flavors, tartrazine, and jaune soleil, so yellow sun. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's really tasty in the popcorn. Then I'll put a foil on that, and I'll put that in the air fryer for about, I think, at 400 for maybe 30 minutes, and then I'll remove the foil. I might put some cheese on top of that at the end. We'll see. Okay, so I will use the few minutes I have to start the kombucha. We have the... how is it called in English? This is the SCOBY. Qu'est-ce que vous faites toutes là? I have some tea. It's green tea and black tea. I have this cloth. I have the elastics. I have everything I need. So I will read it in French because I understand French better, and for stuff I'm doing for the first time.
Mama,
wait, I need to boil some water first. So while this the water boils, I will start to cut my veggies. You find me today with my nice FBI shirt. This shirt is a disaster. This shirt was actually my husband's t-shirt when we started dating. Someday he stopped wearing it, so he gave it to me because I liked wearing his stuff. You know, I was a teenage, well, even as a non-teenage girl, I like to have his smell on me. And he gave it to me, so it's been about more than 20 years that this shirt is being used regularly. So I am cutting some onions and garlic because I will soon, in maybe 10 minutes, start to cook my steaks. And after that I will have my onions, garlic, and not shrimp, mushrooms cooked in the same pan to grab all these nice flavors. And the other veggies we're gonna have are gonna be raw veggies because that's how the kids like it, and it's been a while that we didn't have fresh raw veggies. My garlic is getting really old. Not only is it is old, but I did harvest it maybe a week or two too early. So I really need to do something with them. I think I want to ferment them in honey, at least a few of them. I might, I don't know, freeze some. I really need to step up and do something with them. But the ones I have are really the tiniest ones because I did keep the biggest ones for the garden this year. I did have some huge ones. I only grow garlic, hardneck garlic, because that's what we grow here. We're not able to grow soft neck. Actually, that's what I read, but I never tried. I can't say for myself. Maybe I should try. Maybe I should try this for myself. So you know what I've been thinking about this whole pantry challenge? I'm gonna put my water with my tea and we'll continue. So it says to put 500 milliliters of boiling water with the tea. Is it both teas? Quoi? This needs to infuse for 15 minutes. So I'm the kind of person that, I don't know, I like hoarding food, I think. I really feel a nice sense of satisfaction to have everything completely loaded with food. So don't ask me why. I'm thinking it's in my genes, you know, in our genes from our ancestors, maybe our mothers and grandmothers feeling so satisfied that their kids would not starve for the winter. I don't know. Hey, partage. But I'm sometimes having issues to go through it, to go through the food, because I find it satisfying to have so much food everywhere. So this is why I like the pantry challenge. It actually challenges me to use the food, and actually I was thinking maybe I would like maybe to try to go ahead and, would it be sustainable for someone like me, for example, to go and buy 100 to 150 bucks of food each month and then try to not go back? Because I'm thinking, like these months, the months we're in right now, we need fresh food. That's what I need. But eventually I'm gonna have fresh food from the garden. So maybe then I will be able to stock up on the dry goods that I have in a huge amount right now. And then when I'm full with that, then the garden will be done, will be over, the garden season. So what do you think? I mean, of course, for anybody that doesn't garden, it's not sustainable. I can't feed my family with $100 per month. But I'm thinking with the amount I have right now, I'm gonna start to have some more green veggies in, let's say, we're February, so maybe in 3 months. If my garden stock doesn't start producing something then, since if my garden stock doesn't start producing foods between now and then. So I don't know, because I'm thinking I have a lot of food, and in some parts of the pantry I didn't make a dent. I did go through a lot of spaghetti sauce and chili. I still have a lot of tomatoes. I learned, I followed a specific recipe when I canned my tomatoes, and I did use some vinegar. So my tomatoes are really acid. I can do stuff with it, of course, but it's tricky because I can't just put a jar with some noodles and cook something with it. So I learned that you can use citric acid or lemon juice. It's my first year, like I said before. So I need to use these, and I mean, there's no harm in eating a lot of the same thing every time. And I'm not every time, but often. I often have these reflections about the time and days. I'm having a little bit of a hard time dealing with the fact that we're in the age we're in, and that what the past is in the past. The way our ancestors used to live is just gone, and I feel sometimes robbed from my senses with all the food that tastes so much, the music that has so much music in it, the TV shows that have so many things in a second. So I'm often thinking about what old people used to eat. We do go to the church. I said that earlier. We do go to the church each week for it's a meal, and the ladies there that cook are, I don't know, they are older, and they really cook the foods that I used to eat when I was a kid at my grandparents'. These ladies could be my grandparents, maybe even older than that. And I really like eating that because it throws me back right into my childhood. And I think it challenges my kids to not have, you know, the always full of spices and salt. And I mean, we eat old food when we go there, and I try to replicate that a lot. And you know, my stepfather, my mother's husband, which has been like my father since I was a child, he really lived in these days where they were poor and they were living with the garden, and they would eat like cabbage soup, and their dessert was homemade bread with molasses, you know. I'm thinking, wow, what kind of a clash is that with today's world, when I feed my kids with even a healthy meal is nothing compared to what they had. My kids never ate any pea soup, and I really would like to go back to these kinds of food, because I think we have way too much of everything. I mean, when it comes to food, and all our senses are just so thrown over the board. So I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, I'm thinking it's not a big deal to eat often the same thing, and it's not a big deal to eat something you don't really enjoy. I mean, that's what I've been realizing my kids are not too bad, I think, on this one, because they don't have any other option other than what's on their plate. So if they don't like it, they still have to eat it. But I see a lot of kids that if it's not like over the top, they don't eat it. I've seen kids, you know, raise their nose over McDonald's because it was not their favorite meal at McDonald's. I was like, man. So I want my kids to learn these kinds of stuff. I've been listening to the audiobook called The Comfort Crisis, which he's talking about a lot of stuff, but a lot about it is how we're so used to comfort. And I'm listening to him and I'm like, yeah, it's no big deal to not be totally comfortable all the time. You don't have to always eat right at the moment that you're hungry. You don't have to always eat something you completely enjoy, and you don't have to always have something in your ears or something to read to not be bored and stuff like that. So I didn't know that this would lead me there, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And when it comes to our budget, I would really like this to challenge ourselves to use more of what we have, and really this would force us to eat, I mean, in the season. I mean, simple as that. So let's see how these potatoes look like. So the kitchen is clean, my pan is drying, my oven is warming for my bread for tomorrow morning. My kombucha is all mixed. I forgot what's the name. Reste ici avec ça, toi. My SCOBY is in there, and now I have this cute. I love when they make things to look pretty. I like how this looks on my counter. So I have this jar that I need to let ferment for 2 weeks. Our dinner was super tasty. I don't have that many adjectives. Other than that, it was really good. The kids loved it. We don't often eat steaks because I find it's a lot of work to cut everyone's steaks, blah blah blah. But we always love it. And my kids, 3 of them like mushrooms. At least the mushrooms I did tonight. So, and the verdict for the potatoes, it was really nice. I did put some additional oil while it was cooking. It was really good, but not as good as if I just would have sliced them up completely. And the thing is, if I would have made like individual chips with them, it would have taken a lot longer, because I would have to put less in it and shake it and stuff like that. But it was really good. Everyone loved them. Everyone ate their complete potato. So for tonight, that's gonna be it, and we'll see you back probably tomorrow. What I did yesterday night was start some yogurt. I was out of yogurt, so I couldn't make some. So my in-laws were nice enough to give me a little bit of their store-bought yogurt. So I just did 4 liters of yogurt. And I will take their yogurt container, wash it, and put it back. Give it back to them full of my yogurt. So this morning the kids are eating some cereals and toast. Freya! One thing that I'm really glad about this pantry challenge is that my kids are starting to eat a better variety of stuff, like my peach butter. They were not fond of it very much at the beginning of the fall, and now they really love it. So I guess that when the variety of choices they have reduces, they start to appreciate more stuff. I started my oven. I started the self-clean option because you might hear the fan behind me. We have a really cold morning. This last night it was minus 39, with it feels like, I don't know how you how you translate it. I think it's the wind factor of minus 47. It is still it still feels like minus 47 degrees Celsius this morning, with a minus 31, and this is really hard on the house. We need to have the humidity like super low, which is basically impossible to attain, because we would need something like 5% of humidity in the house to not have anything go on in our windows. But I'm doing my best to try to reduce it, because it does, if you're not used to cold temperatures, it does freeze and then it melts and it damages the windows. So I'm having my fan run as high as I can, but I think I will reduce it really soon. And yeah, the self-clean, this is the days I wait to cook long things and self-clean my oven to help heat up the house. I usually don't make as much yogurt at the same time. I usually do like half a gallon at a time, but I want to make some of the frozen bars I told you in a previous video. So I think I will use only one jar like this. I will fill this one with everything I want for my bars. By the way, the frozen yogurt bars are not my idea. They are, I got this from Freezer Meals 101. I think it's brilliant. I will put some, usually I put maple syrup, but I will put honey today. I have this store-bought honey. I also have some of my neighbor's honey, which is, if you want my honest opinion, the best. It's really better than any store-bought honey I have ever had. But since it is, I want to keep it for when the honey won't be mixed with a ton of other stuff. So I do put some honey in there. I will add some frozen strawberries. I think I will let this sit a little bit. My yogurt is still a little warm, but that way my strawberries will melt a little bit and release some juice, and we'll have the strawberry flavor all around the yogurt. Then I'll put that in a pan to put in the freezer, and when it's frozen I'm gonna cut them in bars. Last time I did want more. I did want the yogurt to have more of a drinkable yogurt texture, so I did put everything in the in my mixer, which worked. But when it came the time to freeze it, it was too liquid, and when it froze, it was way too thick. The kids just had a problem with biting in it. It was too hard.
Delicious.
Delicious. By the way, you will see me double dipping on my channel. I have to be honest, I hang out a lot on Reddit and forums and see a lot of people watching other YouTubers and complaining about the way it's often like someone that tastes and then puts the spoon back in, and I'm like, yeah, that's the rule, you don't double dip. But when it comes to my family, my kids, my husband, I double dip, and more than once. I triple, and we share the spoon. I don't care at all. They're my kids and my husband, and I'm their mom, so nobody cares here. Of course, if I cook for someone else, I will be more careful with what I do. I will not mix the spoons and stuff like that, but when it comes to my family, I don't care. And just to fancy it up a little bit, I just put a little bit of chocolate chips on there. So this goes as sometimes a snack, sometimes a breakfast, but also as a dessert since it has chocolate on it. So let's go put that in the freezer. No matter the temperature, this dog needs to walk. So we have to take a walk, and might be a short one. Good afternoon, I hope you're having a good day. Today is Monday, and I think we're gonna end the pantry challenge for this video in this segment. We're just coming from outside. We went to Slide. Our very nice neighbors built a slide for us on the property, on both our property lines. So we just came from that. I did start a fire outside, and we did eat some marshmallows, but I didn't have much, so I don't have any left, and I really liked, the kids really like that. I think it's a nice way to make a normal day a very special day. So I might look into how to actually make my own marshmallows, because I think I do have everything I need, but I just don't know how. So I might look into that. I'm not sure. The kids were starving, so I gave them the simplest snack I can think of, one of the simplest, but that they actually really love. It's actually sliced apples. I sliced one apple each, along with just some peanut butter, and they use it as a dip, and they really like it. I like it for them because it fills their tummy more than just an apple. And usually I don't have these kinds of peanut butter though. These, my mom gave them to me a while back. Usually I just go buy some local peanut butter, but the pantry challenge being what it is, we're going through that first. For our dinner tonight, I am planning something. I'll be right back. So like I said earlier, the reason I bought some fresh produce was to actually also have some fresh produce, but help me with to eat some of the stuff I couldn't eat by itself in my pantry. And one of those things were some rice noodles and stuff like that. So yesterday I cooked some spring rolls. They were very good. The kids didn't eat those. Most of them didn't know what it was, and the older ones didn't eat some for like 2 to 3 years at least. They were really good. Everyone loved it. We went through all of them. It was a really nice meal, but with that I did prepare a sauce, you know, that with peanut butter and soy sauce and sesame oil and things like that. And I did have some left, so I was thinking, I will try to do tonight some sort of pad thai. I will do it. I have a recipe I really like to follow from this book, which is La Cuisine de Jean-Philippe. I think he has an English version, but it's vegan foods. I have a vegan past. I'm not vegan anymore, but I did have this period in my life. Tu veux boire de l'eau dans ta tasse de camion? But tonight we will eat that with chicken. So I love these. We always love these. I will use the sauce, the remaining sauce, and I will use some angel hair rice noodles. So that's gonna be really, really good. It's almost 3 o'clock, so I think I'm gonna forget for now the idea of cooking marshmallows, because I like to have the dinner ready for 5 o'clock, and we have something tonight at 5:30, so it needs to be done earlier than that. My kombucha has been fermenting for 5 to 6 days, and when I ordered my previous order, I forgot to order the bottles to actually put the kombucha in it, and since I filmed that earlier that you saw, I ordered a pack of 12 bottles from the same shop, the same store. I just received them. I know they have quality item. I could have gone to like Walmart or Canadian Tire, but first off, I don't like buying stuff. I don't go to Walmart anymore, first off. But even Canadian Tire, I really prefer, I'd rather go with local stores, even if it means I ship them, because I'd rather help these small companies. And I know these guys have some good quality items when it comes to fermenting, so I have them. I know I wouldn't have something as sturdy as this at Canadian Tire. So in the instructions it says to taste after 5 days, so we'll taste. That is actually really, really good. I just don't know if I like it more fermented or not, because it's my first experience. So I think what I'll do, I will look up in my book to actually be sure of the process from now, from this stage. And I might put some in 1 or 2 bottles right now and let it ferment for a few days and taste and see the difference, and mark my bottles to make sure I know what's in it, and to see where I like my kombucha to be. So I'm really glad about that. It does taste really, really good, and I didn't add any flavor to it. I want to do that eventually. In the best world, I would be able to have my fruits that I juice and then put in my kombucha, one step at a time. So we're later, everything's been eaten, and I just forgot to film it. It was really, really good. Definitely something I need to do again. I used to do that a lot, but just sometimes it happens. You just somehow something disappears from your usual menu. But we'll have to do that again. So my kombucha, I made 4 bottles of kombucha. Which is nice. I can't wait to taste it. Says that it could take from 24 hours to a few days to completely be ready to stop fermenting. Not stop fermenting, to be fermented. And it's already delicious the way it is, so I can't wait to try it out. And the last thing is that I have two breads ready to be put in the oven. That's what I'm gonna do. These are my last breads. I'm completely done with the flour, so I'm gonna have to go and buy some. Flour is not something I want to empty my shelves of. It's something I really want to have on hand all the time, so I'm gonna go buy a 50 pounds bag tomorrow. I can't even like feed my sourdough right now. That's it for this video. I didn't film everything. I think I filmed the most interesting things, so I hope you liked it. Thanks for hanging out with me, and see you next time. Bye.